Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a guiltlicious couple in love that loves reacting to some guilty gear.
Guiltlicious. Okay.
Yeah, I'm making up words right now, people.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like the way I would describe it is guilty, delicious guilt is what it is. Guiltlicious.
So like those kind of like bad TV shows that we all describe as guilty pleasures would be guiltlicious.
Would be guiltlicious. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. There you go. That's another great way to describe it.
Okay. We've all learned something here today.
Anyways, what we're doing today is we're doing a reaction for Guilty Gear themes. We're doing a Kai and Soul's theme song. So we've been told this is a great way to check out the characters, learn more about them, see their theme songs. And yeah, and so we're doing that. If you want all of our Guilty Gear reactions, we got a playlist down below in the description of this video. Who's the lady with the red hat?
I know, but she was cool.
Let's book it.
Nobody is gone. I'm just saying, step about it, do it our turn. So freak out, yes, nobody is wrong. You and I both just have views, that's all.
Diplomatic.
I won't take your special place still. The world is not so tight, right?
This guy's pretty cool. You got a good way of looking at life.
Yeah.
Go excited. I like this little riff.
Yeah. I like his vibe.
Mm-hmm. True. Bodies.
Go and step it body, let's go and step it body, let's go and step it body, step it body,
Step it body.
Strike back! Get them out of your way! If along the way the little sacrifice. Strike back! Get them out of your way! Listen to your heart, let the voice in your head. Get them out of your way!
Listen to your heart and voice in your head, huh?
Along the way the little sacrifice. Strike back! Get them out of your way! Don't melt in the world, find your way!
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool sound he's got.
He's also like very pretty. Oh!
See?
What the hell happened? Like, skin came off.
Did it come off or was it just like armored? Like something came over it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't know if I'm right. I'm just.
Yeah, something like
That's how
it's
it.
protection.
That
okay.
was the impression it gave to me, which is just so different from the impression it gave to you.
like a crying for the moon. Never-ending ride, forgot what I want. Never felt that hard to me. That's why I go forward, don't look back. I can't believe in the path I'm on. Faith, pride, so what do I have to feel? Under the sacred wires, never stop, just go. I don't care how many more stars again. Here in the pale fire, I'm going out for
Pale fire. Okay, bearing it.
my path will be.
I think you're right. It is like a fire that takes them over.
Someone to follow. The roar of the spark.
Interesting. Kids talk about like him like lighting a path for someone to follow, and like Souls was about like finding your own way and not following anybody. This guy considers himself a leader.
Thunder burns my eyes. What a strange ascent. Sound becomes hot again. Never-ending ride. Forgot what I want. Is this Arcadia? I don't know what's right. Hold the
Oh, let me down.
Oh, I may have lost my way. There's no reason to doubt it now. So what do I have to feel? Under the sacred wires, never stop, just go. I don't care how many more stars again. Here in the pale fire, I'm going out for eyes again. I hope my path will be. I got a light for a someone to follow. The roar of the spark.
The Roar of the Spark. So you think this guy like found religion?
Huh. I hadn't thought about that until you said it, but it could be. Who's the witch woman?
I forget her name. Eno or we always love her whenever we see her. She's got the guitar, she's got the witch hat. She's badass.
Definitely. Plus, she's kicking their ass.
And I was like, I like the way this die was spelled.
I can't believe in the path I'm on. Wait, pride, so what do I have to feel? Under the lonely moon, in only flux words, this ocean with my colors, bearing the pale fire. I'm going out for as I can to keep the flow alive. Under the sacred wires, never stop, just go. I don't care how many more stars again. Yeah, bearing the pale fire. I'm going out for as I can. It will be endless.
The pain?
It's now end. Hoping to build a world with all kinds of light.
Let me show you why I'm known as lightning. So that witch was the one that we liked in the beginning that had like the red glasses and the hat and everything like that. Fun to see her theme song. What do you think about these?
I really enjoyed him. There was a line in Souls that just sticks out in my head, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I didn't remember it word for word. But he talked about, like, it's not that tight, right? you mentioned he had such a great outlook on things.
Mhm.
And it just made me think of, yeah, he does. And that's such a contrast kind of like to the world we're living in right now, where like everyone seems so wound so tightly.
Yeah.
And like everybody is so puritanical in whatever belief they have. They're like, it's my way or die. It's like everything is so puritanical. And if you're not a Puritan, then you are a heretic and you are terrible. And like, it just made me think of that because he's like, it's not that tight, right? And I'm like, well, actually. In our world, it pretty much is. But I liked both of them. I liked the contrast. I liked the vibe of the songs. I did like Saul's sort of outlook just in general. He kind of had this live and let live attitude that I wish was a bit more prevalent in our world. And I just liked his kind of like rough nonchalance that he brought. Yeah. Which was pretty contrasted by Kai's kind of like prettiness, as you said. And sort of his pride and faith, because those were two words that stuck out more than once in his music. Those are also two words together that make me apprehensive. Like, faith can be a great thing. Blind faith can be a terrible thing. Pride in your accomplishments can be great. Pride can also be terrible arrogance and a closed-mindedness. So I think like hearing Kai's song, I was a little bit more like, I don't know, I like Soul, but the jury's out on you, Kai. I need to see more before I pass judgment on what I think of him. Yeah,
because Kai was talking about like under the guidance of like the Briar patch or whatever. So it seems like he did kind of find some sort of faith. Like it seemed like, he said it was kind of like lost before. And like this is a way that like, he had no real path. And now that he's seen the light, he's hoping that others can see the light as well. And that he's hoping that like his journey will be an inspiration to other people. It's kind of like how I interpreted what was going on with him, that he had a hard life. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, maybe he was like chosen to be the warrior of, this flame, eternal flame or whatever that he's got going on there. And so like by being that champion, like it is such a contrast between Soul, who is more, you got to find your own path and, you shouldn't follow other people. And like, they're both about life as overcoming obstacles, but Soul was kind of like, yeah, if you don't overcome them, then, you're just going to be left behind and burned away. And Kai's like, well, if you can't overcome them, like, the Briar, like, this, whatever religion or something like that he found is a way to get out of it.
I think maybe that's why Soul's appealed to me a little bit more, was just because it seemed like his was all about personal responsibility. Sometimes you come from broken homes or messed up families, or you had a childhood trauma, or, there are things that happen to people. Life is messy. And Soul's outlook seemed to kind of be like, you need to figure it out, get past it, deal with it, shoulder it, figure out how that's going to work for you. But it's your job to juggle that. And Kai's kind of seemed like, I don't know, like maybe like a born again Christian sort of scenario, and that like everything funneled into this faith that he had, which can be a good thing, like I said, but it also can be like, I don't know, a hint of fanaticism within him, and like everything's put into this other thing as opposed to being put into yourself.
Yeah, true. But I mean, it's like one of those things where when someone is lost, no matter like what pulls them out is usually what they are, want to then champion for. And like, whether that's, a religion, or like, whether it's like, meditation or yoga or something like that, something that's pulled them out. Like, I mean, we actually just watched something on, I think it was on Last Week Tonight, about like, how they're using psychotherapy for hallucinogenics for in therapy. And so like, if that is something that like brought you out, I could see like, someone being like, oh, all about that and wanting to champion that and wanting to take that on in order to help other people that this could like continue to help. So it's not necessarily just about like finding religion and wanting to spread that. Like, it's when you find something that has helped you out so much, you want to help spread that out and let other people know about it so that it might be able to help them as well. But I think between the two, I still do like Soul's outlook better, because I like his fact about, he's like, I am who I am, like, you're not me. So like, can we just like agree to disagree? And that's the way it is. Like, if you don't want to see the world the way that I do, that's fine. But I'm not going to see the world that the way that you do. Like, you just got to deal with that.
This is me, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Which is a really confident perspective to have. Like, to be able to know yourself well enough to say like, hey, this is me.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, peace. But if you do, cool. Like, let's go grab a drink. It's like there is a confidence about that that's very attractive.
So let us know down below in the comments how far off we are on our assessments of these characters. And if you want all of our Guilty Gear reactions, check out the description of this video. We got playlists there for you, and we will continue to react to these themes for the different characters. It's fun learning about them, and yeah, give us some good insight and good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, especially because I'm now really curious to see like how far off were we on some of these things. So it's kind of like a little game. Like, how do we interpret this song, and like, is it accurate or not?
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Guilty Gear theme songs for Kai and Soul, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.